everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Stating the Goddamn Obvious. We're back. Actually, I feel like we think about how our episodes are released based on when we record them. But in reality, Glorb delays the recordings of these, or the releasing of these, so it doesn't look like we're that far behind. But I feel like we're always behind.
Hey, we got a few episodes in the bank. We have 4 or 5 episodes that are staggered to release, so there should be actually a fairly consistent schedule, at least for the next month and a half.
We have 4 to 5 episodes still to release.
Glorb is forced to drip feed episodes to avoid showing how absolutely shit we are at coming together and recording these.
It's kind of true.
We did this to Glorb. Yeah, we did. I thought we were so far behind. I thought we were releasing episodes as we made them, and there were these long gaps.
There was a big gap for sure.
No, there was definitely, but I feel like now maybe we're better about it now. I have no idea what it actually looks like. Dude,
you know what I had to do? So we were recording a few at the beginning of this year, end of last year. We had 4 or 5 episodes. There was something like an 8-month break, and I just said, you know what, this is a new season and it's gonna be consistent. I don't care if I have to delay it for a long time, it's gonna be consistent. And now that we have 5 episodes, we have 10 weeks of room that I have to work with. So if we can get something every 2 to 3 weeks, we should be solid. So I've delayed it long enough to the point where we should have somewhat of consistency, at least to the public eye.
Glob's gonna start cutting up episodes like fucking Harry Potter, part 1, part 2, part 3.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he does. He does pretty much do that already. He's fighting for his life to make this look presentable.
And I will say, with this new season, the editing quality has gotten so much better. I've now been doing manual scrub throughs of the whole thing and cleaning it up so much better. This is the first time I'm genuinely proud of the editing work that I've put into the episodes. I feel like the season is actually good. I feel like our quality, I say this a lot, but I feel like our quality is continuously improving. And I think this next season should be, at least in terms of audio quality, some of our best work. So hopefully the topics match that.
Work? I don't do shit, bro. I just show up and I talk into my mic.
I gotta
for
say,
an
some
hour.
of your comments, they're the most out of pocket things, but they are some of the funniest one-liners out of the entire show. You contribute, okay? You do.
Thank you.
That shows up and he breathes.
Look at Glorb hyping, gassing everyone up. You love to see it. The community come together, the Stating the Obvious community, which is the 4 of us.
Hey,
we are the creators and the listeners.
Still, man, it's good to see. And I want to give a shout out to Glorb and a thanks to Glorb, because honestly, this podcast would not be a reality.
Yeah, bro. If I was still editing this shit, this would not work. Do you remember in the beginning I was the one editing, and then I came to a certain point where just guys, I can't do it. I just cannot. And then
Glorb took the helm, and then I mean, we've been cruising ever since. Honestly, it feels just like magic. From my end, it's amazing.
Legit shows up. He's like, I'm the talent. You just work. I show up. I do my stuff. I leave. It's done.
That's true, but I mean, he is the host.
I built a website once upon a time, and then it's all got lost. But
Rip.
I'll find it. I'll get the data back. Don't worry, Glorb. But for real, shout out to Glorb, guys. That's what I like to say, actually. That will be my obvious fact, is that this podcast is only here because of Glorb.
Thank you, Jeff.
But let's move on to your obvious facts, guys.
I feel like we should have saved this moment for Glob's birthday or something, or an anniversary or something special,
We'll play it again then. We'll just get the recording.
Yeah, cut this out, this 5 minutes, and just insert it into a special episode.
Okay, I will. Our 50th episode is coming up pretty soon. This is already 47.
Exactly. Just shove it in there.
Yeah, that's 50th episode. Wow, yeah. Christ. Feels like we should have had more, honestly.
Yeah. It's sad.
We started COVID time, so 50 episodes is pretty bad.
Hey, I mean, if you,
Brent tried to make an argument, but just too long.
And then I was thinking in my head,
he thought about it again.
I don't know.
It's a tough one. Definitely a conundrum. But it's chill. It's
Hey,
calm.
at least we're still going.
True.
That's the silver lining.
We're here.
We're
right?
still going.
We're here with our obvious facts. Speaking of Pranay,
Yes.
lay it on me.
Okay, my obvious fact is the more thought you put into space travel, the more complicated it seems to me.
That's true for
to give some
anything,
context here. Yeah, I guess so. But here's the context. The context is, so when you think like in high school physics, for example, when we like talk about projectile motion, I don't know if you guys remember, like those problems where you throw the ball and you need to see like what time it lands and whatnot.
Yeah. Yep.
Those are really
Like based on
stupid.
gravity and whatnot. It's very simple, and it doesn't assume there are like other outside forces acting on it. Right? And if you think about space travel, like projectile motion in space, oftentimes there's no like air resistance. There's no like very few like conventional outside forces we would think acting on it. But I forgot if I mentioned my blog post. But my blog, I have a blog. Sometimes I post some stuff. One time I made this post about space traveling, and I got like how to take optimal paths, like given you have costs to accelerating and costs of like taking a long time. And there's just so much more, even if there's no like friction or air movement or like other outside forces that usually have on Earth. There's so much more in terms of you got to account for like the gravity between the two bodies that you're trying to travel. You got to account if you're going really fast, you have like at light relativistic speeds, you have to account for like time dilation and whatnot. And the simple problem that I was talking about in my blog, even that is very difficult. So long story short, NASA's kind of
what
cracked.
form of space travel is a simple problem? It's literally rocket science.
Well, no, like the in reality stuff is very difficult, of course. But even if you simplify the problem to just think about like just the math, just of getting one object to another location, it's still very difficult.
I think you're just not.
I mean, it is obvious. No, you can't take that away from it. It's obvious.
That's true. That is
But
obvious.
like they were able to do this in like the 1960s with like the most rudimentary computers.
Tony Stark did this in a cave with a box of scraps.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, bro. The way they glaze Tony Stark is crazy, though. They're like, he built a nuclear bomb with like 3 screwdrivers, a paper clip, and a like iPad charger.
This is off topic, but you guys remember like that like one guy who like saved Tony's life and then just dies in like the first 10 minutes of the movie?
Yeah, I do.
Like I don't even remember his name. Just like random ass old guy.
Oh, like the guy who gives him the arc reactor?
No, it's the doctor.
His name is Dr. Yinsi.
Yeah.
I don't think he's like that forgettable. Like we all know him, but like his role in the story was complete after saving Tony.
That's fair.
No, even in the comics, he's like meant to be a forgettable character. Like he's just supposed to impact Tony, He did his job.
Comic Cop.
I don't know, I just thought it was kind of funny to me, just like kind of the contrast with like later Marvel where like everyone's dying and coming back and like, they're robots now or some shit. And then you just have like this like one guy who's like massively important to the canon. Like, if Tony dies there, like literally the rest of like the MCU doesn't happen. Like, I mean, obviously like Iron Man starts like the whole MCU in our universe, but like also in universe, like Iron Man kind of does everything. So I don't know, it's just like probably the most important guy in the MCU, and then he gets like 10 minutes of screen time and then he never comes back.
I don't know. I think a lot of characters play that role that is so integral to progress the story, but they're not actually that relevant of a character. I feel like that's not that uncommon.
Do you see yourself as becoming that character one day? Like, do you feel like, once you reach a certain age, you're like, I feel like I could die just to like advance somebody else's like storyline. Like, I feel like I've reached that point in my life.
That's a great question, Noah. And I think it requires a lot of introspection. I'm going to say no for the time being. But I feel like at a certain point when you become a parent, like and now you have like kids and you want to see them succeed. That's how you want to succeed in life. You want to make sure your kids do well and stuff too.
That's
because
fair.
like at that point you've done your work, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I feel like you have to be a good parent, but you also have to like acclimate your child to the trauma of loss, because otherwise you become like Batman's parents, and then like when you die, like they'll just remember you as like their lost like happy childhood, and they will have no experience with grief.
But if they become Batman,
It's worth
But
it.
is that a good thing?
It is for them.
I mean,
To be
isn't
the
Batman
Batman?
like just like canonically psychotic?
Isn't Batman also a billionaire?
True.
That's also true.
success, Noah. As a brown dad, I think that's good.
I mean, I think that requires you to become a billionaire so you can like leave your child your fortune.
I mean, yeah, weren't his parents also like omega rich too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like he didn't make shit. Like, you know, his parents just died and
Yeah,
left him the fortune.
Yeah, his parents were billionaires, and then they just gave him all the money.
So Jit,
And
get
a
on
butler.
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Generational wealth, guys. That's the key. I think that's the lesson to take from here.
It's a nice lesson.
Okay, more on that later. Noah, you've been yapping for a minute, so let's hear what your obvious fact is.
All right. Well, my obvious fact for this episode is that sodas have an oddly specific flavor palette. Like I feel like every other like set of sweets or drinks or like, you know, whatever, like has a pretty standard set of flavors. Like, you know, you've got like your fruit, your vanilla, your chocolate, like whatever. And it's like, you know, I don't know, like simple stuff like strawberry or cherry or pineapple. And then you have like soda, which is like massively common, but like the flavors are just really weird if you think about them. Like cola, none of us has ever had cola, like the actual plant, like let alone cocaine. Well, I mean, I don't know. Some people have had cocaine, more people than have had cola, I'm sure. Like root beer, like I don't like what's the root in root beer? I don't know.
Interesting. I like this
That's a
obvious
good
fact.
question. What is the root of root beer?
What is a square root?
I feel like it's this root beer. Like, what is the flavor profile of root beer? Is it like more like gingery than the others, or
Well,
like
I don't know. It's root beer flavored.
They have ginger soda. Ginger soda is a thing, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And then like, you know,
I mean,
it's
there's
like
ginger ale. Isn't that just ginger soda?
also like
ginger ale is, yeah.
we don't have lime soda or lemon soda. It's always lemon lime.
Oh.
Like
No, there's Limca. There's a lot of
There's some-
but like
there's some
not
Indian
like
Asian ones,
commonly
yeah.
here in America. Like you can find like, you know, cherry soda and blueberry soda and
No,
whatever.
no,
But
they
like
have
it's all
they have
like,
them now.
you know,
They're not as popular as like Sprite, I'd say, but there's like Starry, I think, which is like a lemon. I can't remember which one.
I thought
but-
Starry was lemon lime. I thought that was like supposed to be some kind of like Sprite competitor.
I have no idea, but I will say after I went to the World of Coke in Atlanta recently, and at the end they have like this room with like like a bunch of million flavors. Okay, and you get to try all of them as much as you want. And honestly, it was like some of them were so good and some of them were so bad because they're flavors from all over the world.
All right, what were your like your favorites? What were the worst ones? What were the most obscure ones?
There's this red cream soda that was really, really good. I forgot where it's from. But the worst one, I'd say, there were two. There was this one soda from Italy. It just tasted like fucking toilet water. Like, it was so bad.
Rip Italian.
And yeah, I don't know what was wrong with that, like Italian soda. But the worst one, by far and away, was Fanta. And it was this Fanta from China, okay? And it wasn't the regular like orange Fanta color, like the nice Fanta, like Fanta. It was this brown Fanta.
When you started talking about the good
Um,
Fanta, why did your accent become slightly more Indian?
Yeah, I realized. I noticed that too.
Okay, now I'm getting profiled.
I'm just saying, man.
It's my heritage, though. Anyways, this Chinese Fanta, no hate to the Chinese, actually, but it was so bad. It was the like worst thing I've ever tasted. Imagine Coke, but you just take a bunch of barbecue sauce and pour it all inside the Coke, mix it all up, and then drink it. Like,
That sounds nasty.
it was so nasty. I literally wanted to throw up. I had to leave after I drank that because I didn't want to try anything else. Like I was so sick to my stomach.
That's wild.
It's terrible. But luckily, I had tried a bunch of other flavors before that, and there were some good ones. There's some good ones from the Philippines. You start to categorize it by countries, so you're like, oh, the Philippines pretty good. Italy sucks ass. China the worst. Imagine our podcast gets banned in China.
What is the most obscure flavor you tried?
Obscure. I don't
Just
know.
like the weirdest flavor that they make.
There are a lot of weird flavors, but I don't know. I can't remember any of them. A lot of the weird ones you'd see are like they just take things that you wouldn't expect to be in soda, like flavors that you wouldn't expect to be in soda, like marshmallow flavors or like just like random flavors. But I don't know. It was a cool experience. I definitely think the World of Coke is it's a cool place. They just glaze Coke like all the time.
I mean, like,
and they have this one. They have this one. They have this one panel in like the Coke History Museum thing within there that annoys me so much because they're talking about their secret formula and it's like their vault or whatever, and it says Coke left India in like 19 whatever, like I forgot the year, but because they wanted to protect the secret formula. And I'm just like, bro, like this is the most cap any company has ever fucking capped, because Coke left India because Pepsi was just like better. It was just more popular. Like they just lost. But in their museum, they're like, we left because we needed to protect our formula.
I mean, what else were they gonna say? Because like we got our asses kicked. Like I don't know. It's a museum of Coke.
Hey.
I know, but they could have just said nothing at all. But instead, they tried to address it by being like,
That's fair.
I mean, even in like the US, right? Like when new Coke came around, like people preferred the taste of Pepsi in blind taste tests. Like even now, they prefer the taste of Pepsi in blind taste tests.
I personally think Pepsi's better. I'm not gonna lie, but
I never could tell a difference. Honestly, they just taste like brown sugar water to me. They taste like brown.
Yeah, essentially that's what it is.
I really like I think my favorite flavor though is like the vanilla flavored.
Yeah. Those are good.
Pepsi.
Those are real good. I'm with you there.
Yeah. Is that all you did in Atlanta, or did you go to the aquarium yet?
I have not gone to the aquarium yet. I've done a couple other things. On top of going to the World of Coke, I actually went to a beer festival a couple days ago. Actually, yesterday. And the Atlanta Beer Festival was pretty cool. It was like the same thing as the World of Coke, actually. You just get to try a bunch of different drinks, but instead of Coke, it's like beers and seltzers.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was sick. Some of them were really good, some of them were really bad again, but there was this one place that had like this creamy rum. Like it was like milky like rum, and it was kind of sweet, but it was like still really like really, really good rum.
That does sound pretty fire. Not gonna lie.
It was literally like I went back to that stall like 4 times because it was so good. But then there was another place. It was called like Jameson. They had like this wine lemonade thing. I don't even know what it was really, but it was so hot yesterday, and that was like so refreshing. It saved my life, and they gave me free sunglasses. So I'm gonna plug them right now. But like, I forgot my sunglasses, and the sun was beating down on me. And I asked them, I was like, "How do we like win the sunglasses?" And they're like, "Oh, you don't have to win it. You just have to ask." So this will be my life lesson for all y'all: is you should always just ask for stuff. Like, there's just no harm in it. The worst anyone tells you is no. So.
Hey, this way, can you give me like $50?
No.
Okay.
Well,
and see, that's your worst case scenario.
That was the worst that could happen.
True.
Renee, you got $50?
I do possess.
Okay, could I have it? Could I have the $50?
Unfortunately, you cannot.
God damn it. Okay. Cobb. $50. I know you
Cobb,
have
will
it.
you give it to him?
I do have it.
Can I have it?
I'll make you a deal, Noah.
Oh.
If Jit gives you the $50, I will give you the $50.
Oh, okay, that's some bullshit, because you know Vis was never going to give me $50.
I'd actually, you know what? If Pranay gives you $50, I'll give you $50.
All right. So what I'm hearing is...
No, I'll give you $50 if you do something for me.
All right, what's the thing?
I need to figure that out. What?
Renee,
I will give it to you.
Renee, the simple answer is if no one gets the $150 by you saying yes, then you just split it with Noah. You just ask for half.
You don't know. Here it is. I'll give you $50 if Cobb gives you $50.
That's fucked up, Renee.
It is what it is.
Someone should write a proof for this or something. There's got to be some
The $50
some
proof.
crazy math. $50
The $50 problem.
That's actually tough. All right, Kyle, give us an obvious fact. Get us out of this conversation.
You know, I saw this on Reddit the other day, but the word set, S-E-T, has the most definitions out of any word in the English language. And so I looked it up. The verb set has 9 different definitions. The noun set has 8 different definitions. And the adjective set has 2 different definitions. So there's a total of 19 different definitions for the word set.
Game, set, match.
I was waiting for someone to say that.
I did.
Got him.
Yeah, but it just got me thinking, like, there are so many words with, like, multiple meanings, and I know this is, like, a common trope or whatever, but, like, English must be, like, an incredibly difficult language to learn if you're not a child.
Oh yeah, English sucks balls, bro.
English is like an incredibly stupid language.
But it's, like, the world's second most popular language?
I'm pretty sure it's
Right,
it's
behind-
most popular in terms of number of speakers. In terms of native speakers, probably Mandarin.
Yeah, I think that's
Well,
true.
it's one of the world's, like, top languages, whatever it is, right? So, I don't know, I just feel like there should be some simplicity.
Isn't that so interesting? Like in China, like no matter what like area, province, region you're from, you pretty much learn the same like Mandarin as everyone
Well,
else.
there's
Right?
actually
There's some like local like
Yeah, there's
like
local
some
dialects.
changes, right? There's some dialects, but
it was
overall, like, you
mostly
should be able
because
to communicate with someone
what was
from a
the
different
last
region.
dynasty? I thought it was mostly because of the last dynasty. No. It was because of the communist guy. I forget his. Noah probably knows. He
What?
Mao Zedong.
Yeah, Mao?
yeah.
Yeah, no. Like the secret
Oh, yeah,
ingredient
yeah.
is
I love
always
how Noah probably knows
authoritarianism.
that. Yeah,
Well, I mean, he's a history guy.
that's true. I thought it was for something else, but
History
yeah.
with no what? I know. Tell us about him and his
What, Mao?
Mandarin policies.
He like wanted
Yeah.
to nationalize stuff to make so that like
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, like, in general, it was just like, you know, pulling the country together and just like conquering like everybody else. I mean, that was basically just like the whole reason the communists got in power. I mean, I don't know. Mao's a funny guy. He killed a lot of people.
Right.
Oh,
He also was really stupid sometimes.
What was the stupidest thing he ever did? No.
I think there was one thing, he had a couple stupid things he did where like at one point he told everyone in China to like melt down their like pots and pans to make like industrial steel for like the military or some shit, and then like it turns out that if you do that, like all you get is like this like crap iron that you can't use for anything, and so like everyone just like destroyed their metal like cookware for no reason, and then everyone just
no
became
one could
poorer.
cook.
There was another one where like he ordered everyone to like kill the sparrows that were like eating some of the grain, but like without
Oh,
the
yeah.
sparrows, like, you know, they just became infested with bugs and like all the crops failed and everyone starved. There's some other ones, you know. There was a point where like he was talking like I think it was like Stalin or somebody was like talking to him about nuclear war, and he was basically just like, "No, we got more Chinese, so like you guys can like kill each other, and we'll have like 10 Chinese people left, and like we'll win."
Bro did not let people cook at all, ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was not very fun times, man.
Damn. History, though. We gotta start bringing back segments. That was a good time.
True. Yeah, no, but to Jit's point, yeah, right. Like everyone in China kind of learns the same language, but like even like Western Europe and America, like they're separated by a huge body of water, and they still learn the same language. That's just, I mean, I know it's all connected and everything with like the internet and stuff, but it's still just kind of strange that like when you're a kid in Texas or whatever, the guy in like I don't know Italy is learning the same language as you.
Yeah, it's just weird. And then in India, meanwhile, it's like if you go somewhere even like a few hundred miles, immediately like everyone's shouting at you in Punjabi. Like it's just each like a singular area has very different languages, and then even within each of those areas, like There are people who speak Tamil I do not understand to save my life.
Oh yeah, like the southern Andhra side, their Telugu sounds so much like Tamil because they're closer, and that
Yeah,
slang
like,
is just impossible to understand.
it's literally by like longitude, latitude, what language it is and what dialect it is. It's so bad.
Yeah, I feel like India must have like some really entertaining stereotypes. Like here, like we talk about like, you know, state-based stereotypes, like how like Alabama's full of incest and like Texas, like, you know, everyone just like owns a gun and has a cowboy hat. Like I feel like India must have some really offensive stereotypes that would probably be really entertaining
Oh,
to
for
learn
sure.
about.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah. I don't know ones like, I mean, within India, but I made my own about like
Oh,
contextualizing Indian groups within like compared like to countries basically.
oh, so this was innovating. Like he's not like learning stereotypes from other people.
He's
He's like
creating
inventing
them,
new
yeah.
ones.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I just
There's
like
no
that. I just
casual
don't like
racism here, only competitive racism.
that. Bro, I only play ranked racism. I don't know what these normies are doing. But if it's not ranked, I'm not playing. Gotta get those LP gains.
Where would you rate yourself on the ladder? Like Emerald,
Of racism.
Plat? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely like top 100, top 500.
Really? Okay, I think that's a pretty big
That
claim.
is a lot of people though.
That's a pretty big claim.
Yeah.
Like in the world?
Yeah, I mean, look,
Or just like NA?
I, I'm not saying like in the world, obviously, but I'm not saying like I'm the best. I know there are some people better than me, but
He's just saying he's the goat.
I know I'm part of that goated talent. It's just a shame I'm goated, honestly.
Speaking of goats. Nope. Nothing.
bro wants to say Luka Doncic so bad, and if you look at his scoreline, he was like he was leading in everything, but Jason Tatum said, "We did it."
I mean,
We
it's
did
just
it.
tough. It's so tough.
Bro, Jason Tatum's so cringe. I actually hate that guy. Like, I genuinely have so much hatred for that man. He actually studied for winning the NBA Finals. He studied different players, their wins, and how they reacted, and he just copied it. He just did the same
Oh,
thing.
yeah, I saw that.
I feel like Jason Tatum is like the chat GPT of basketball players. Like,
What the hell? What does that mean?
like no, he's just been like trained on like the data set of all previous basketball players, and like that's what you get. Like that's like the most likely like everything.
Dude, the games are so sad.
He's just so
Like-
unlikable. He's just so freaking like, yeah, and the games are sad too. But like, this was Kyrie was a literal bot.
Oh yeah, he was just like not playing the way he played in the playoffs.
Who wants to bet that like Kyrie's just gonna like start going off about like Israel and Gaza like as soon as, you know?
Wait, it's actually rigged, by the way.
But the like the outcome stuff.
Palestinian crisis.
NBA
Yeah.
Finals, 100% the NBA Finals is rigged, dude.
But they didn't want it to be a sweep and everything.
Because they lose money if
Yeah.
it's a sweep. They're not going to make money off the tickets over there.
Yeah,
in
and I mean
South-
the game 4 was the
Boston.
one they won, right? It was like such a blowout, like domination. Like the Celtics were not playing.
Yeah, like it's obvious. If the Celtics were trying, there's no way that they should blow them out like that.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like the Celtics have had games like that in the past, so like that's why a lot of people like discounted
Not
them.
this season, man. Not this
I mean,
season.
sure, but like it's not entirely surprising. They're a very high variance team.
Like I get it's not out of the realm of possibility, but it's just like unlikely. Like I just don't see Jaylen Brown playing that badly, or like Derek White playing that badly and missing that many shots. Like
I mean, what the fuck are the NBA supposed to do? Like just put a magnet on the ball and just like make it miss?
no, they just make them lose the game. They just tell them beforehand like don't win the game,
I don't know.
and then they don't. It's like in their contracts. None of these guys would actually like break their NDAs or their contracts. They're losing like how many millions of dollars if they do that.
I mean,
They'll just do what the league tells them to do. Like
I mean, I don't know. I just
Wouldn't you? If you were making like $100 million a year and they told you, okay, lose a game, you're gonna win a series, like lose this game.
Okay, couple things.
Like, wouldn't you?
Like, first, like $100 million contracts are like a relatively recent thing. Like before, like
Okay,
basketball
whatever,
blew
no.
up. Like, you know,
$2 million.
Sure.
You have
But,
a
like,
$2 million.
okay, you're telling
contract.
me that like it's everybody's in on this. Like, you know, even like the fucking bench warmers who like aren't making anywhere near that much money.
No, they don't need to tell them.
I don't know.
They don't need to tell them to, okay, start missing shots. Those guys are going to miss shots anyways.
Okay. Rip RJ Hampton.
Oof. I mean, I don't
Bro,
know.
I swear to God, like, it just shocks me. Every single time I watch an NBA game, I don't know why it surprises me because I see it all the time, but like, these guys are in the NBA. Like, they should be better than this. I shouldn't feel like I'm watching a game of pickup. But they're terrible. Like, I don't care if you're a bench warmer. You're on you're on a professional basketball team. You're like 6'5". Like, you should still be good at the game.
This will do better.
I don't know. Like, I would, unironically.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
I don't know. I feel like personally, like I feel like a lot of it comes down to coaching. I feel like the NBA, for whatever reason, has like a really shallow like coaching pool, or like I don't know if shallow is the right way to put it, but it's like you've got like a couple coaches that like everyone like agrees are good coaches, and then like everybody else, like if you ask people like is this like person like a good coach, they're gonna be like no, they're ass or dog shit. Like, you know, it's just like I don't know, like for maybe it's the same thing in other sports, like I don't know. I just feel like the NBA has like a lot of bad coaches for whatever
I
reason.
feel like that's not true in soccer. I feel like there's a lot of good coaches. I don't know, PJ, would you agree with that?
Really? I mean, the ones I can think.
Like most major clubs.
I don't know how many.
Like
Like
most major clubs have pretty good.
like Jurgen Klopp. I mean, like I can only maybe think of like 4 off the top of my head. But isn't Xavi? Xavi's also becoming
I
now.
think so. Yeah.
There's like Ten Hag. There's Jurgen Klopp.
There was Zidane for a long time.
The big two, Pep Guardiola and his name is
Jose.
escaping me.
Jose Mourinho.
Jose Mourinho, of course.
Zidane was a coach for a long time.
He was, yeah. I feel like the players who become coaches are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
At least the ones that I know of. Yo, did you know in the Euros, there's this one player, I think he plays on Spain. He's like 16?
Oh yeah. The kid who has to bring his homework along with him.
Yeah, he's literally like, he's doing his homework in his like hotel. Like while he's playing in the Euros.
Yeah. I read that.
Isn't that just absolutely crazy? Like I saw a picture of him doing his homework and it was like some normal like some math or chemistry thing, I think, and I was like, damn. That can you imagine being like in 11th or 10th grade, whatever. This guy was in maybe like 10th grade and you're just playing on the international stage.
Yeah, like playing with like the best players in the world.
Yeah, the best players in the world.
And it's not like you're in a non-competitive country. Like he lives in Spain. And that's a very competitive
Yeah,
region.
but beyond a doubt, I found that quite incredible.
Who do you think is going to win the Euros, PJ?
I don't know what the standing was after Friday. Everyone at work is very invested because we have a lot of like Europeans who work for the Fed. Interestingly enough, I don't know. We have a lot of Italians, so I'm just gonna go into Italy. What do I really think? I feel like France is probably. I haven't seen their. Wait, is he playing for the Euros? Is Mbappe playing?
Yeah, he's playing in the Euros, I think. Yeah.
Okay, then they're chilling.
Well, he broke his nose, right? But he should be back after, like, the group stages.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, but France has won and won. They drew one, right? They drew to the Netherlands, I think, and then they won.
Yeah, I'm looking at the groups right now.
I think Germany's kind of dominating, right? But they don't have a very competitive group. But, like, Germany's doing really well.
Oh, they already finished all 3 games. Yeah, Germany did nice in their group at least. Germany won 1 and drew.
They won 2, I thought.
Germany might have it,
Yeah.
Wait, Spain is also really good right now too.
And Portugal's looking good, but they don't have a very competitive group either.
Yeah, their group is Turkey, Czechia, and Georgia.
Their group's not competitive, but they're
the
playing
number
well.
of own goals. I don't know if you guys have seen the highlights, but the number of like own goals, like random ass, just like
Own goals. If it was a
stupid
player,
shit
would have
that's
the most
going
goals.
on.
Is 5 own goals. Yeah, if they're a player,
Like,
would
I
have
don't
the
know
most.
how. Like I personally, I would not be caught doing that if I was a professional like football player. Like, come on now.
And own goals are pretty rare in like the regular season. Like it's this tournament specifically. I don't know.
Bro. You see, this guy passed it to his goalie, right? They somehow managed to grasp like possession from like the jaws of a goal. He gets it and he passes it back to the goalie, who's obviously not expecting him to send the ball towards him at all. And it just, there's the number of clips that I've seen this happen is maddening.
But there is another big tournament going on right now in the world of soccer.
Yes,
Copa.
there is.
Jit
The Copa.
has some
Copacabana.
first-hand experience with this, right?
Yeah, so game 1 of the entire Copa America was in Atlanta, where I am at right now. And I went to it, and it was Argentina versus Canada, and I got to see Messi play. And honestly, it was revolutionary. He came onto the field. I shed a tear. I don't know, man. Like he took a corner kick from like where I was, because I was on like the right half of where he plays mostly. So I was on the correct side of like the field and everything, and he took a corner, and I was like 40 feet from him, maybe post. And it was unreal. I have to say, it was just like, I don't know. That's a once in a lifetime experience. Seeing Messi play on Argentina live, like.
The U.S. is actually currently playing Bolivia.
They're like winning, right? They're winning by like two or three, right?
It's 2-0.
Is the U.S. good now? Like, I'm
a USA stan. Regardless.
I mean, they have some good players.
They have a few good players. Yeah, the talent is increasing in the U.S.
Yeah, they're definitely like a competitor now. Before they were just like a write-off team, but they're definitely a competitor now. Like they're not a blowover team anymore.
Very good.
They're not going to win or anything, but they're, they can put up some numbers.
I mean, I know absolutely jack shit about soccer. I'll be real.
If Portugal wins the Euro and Argentina wins the Copa, they'll play in Felicima.
What the fuck is that?
Basically, it's like the winners of those two tournaments play each other in like an exhibition match.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
It was like recent. It was like a recent thing. It was like an after COVID they started doing this. I'm pretty sure.
Call it Felicimo?
Felicima, I think, is how they
Wait, so like Portugal and Argentina specifically?
If they win, it's like whoever wins the two tournaments, whoever wins the Euro and whoever wins the Copa.
Wait, why do we care about Portugal again?
Ronaldo. That would be the last time that they would face each other, because they're like both retiring probably before the next World Cup, is the speculation.
That would be pretty cool.
Actually, I sent Jit this article, PJ, that Miami is trying to get Ronaldo to come play so that Messi and Ronaldo play on the same team before they retire.
I saw that. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I saw one interview with Ronaldo. Like someone asked Ronaldo, "Would you play in the same team as Messi?" And he was just like, "Why not? I mean, sure."
Dude, but can you imagine going to that game and just seeing that?
Oh man, the tickets for that game.
$9 million.
I would pay that though.
Yeah,
I would give a shit. I would pay that.
100%. I want to see those two play together.
I'd pay that with zero qualms, dude. I think it's not even an issue of how much are you willing to pay. It's just, are you going to get one? Like, can you get one in time?
Dude, like, can you imagine, like, Messi's playmaking ability and getting the ball to Ronaldo and Ronaldo just finishing every shot?
Like,
it doesn't matter what age they are. They could be 60. They could be fucking 60 for all I care.
Just Messi and Ronaldo teaming up for one last ride.
Dude, that would be so...
just like fucking 7 years old, like beard's white, hair's gone.
Without you, my friend. They're going to be playing that song in the background.
Oh, dude, that would be so good. Oh.
Just
then
a couple of like
US,
soccer wizards.
If they lived in the U.S. long enough, they could play for the U.S. team.
USA, USA, yeah, yeah.
How long? How long?
I think it's,
How long
I
would
don't
they
know
have to
how
live?
long you have to be. I think it's like 3 to 5 years, somewhere around that range. You have to live in the country and like play for a team in that country before you can play. Because I know Mbappe will be eligible.
They're not gonna play for that much longer,
Oh
dude.
yeah, then they're not going to play for him. But like I think Mbappe will be eligible to play for Spain in the next, not this upcoming one, but the one after that.
Interesting.
Dude, but could you imagine? Oh man.
I'm imagining it right now.
Yeah, no, that would be crazy. That'd actually be like perfection.
And the manager of Miami is like David Beckham, right?
Wait, is it actually?
I'm pretty sure.
FC Miami manager. No, it's Gerardo Martino.
He does something for Miami.
He shows up every now and then.
Here,
I think he might own the team or something.
more like
Co-own or something. Oh yeah, he has like a pretty significant stake in the team, I think.
regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be.
I mean, that's how
That'd be
Miami's
crazy.
being able to get all these players, like, because they all know David Beckham, you know?
I'm all for it. I am all for that.
Riveting. Okay. Next topic.
Okay, PJ asked this question literally right before we started. So, PJ? asked-
Yeah, I was curious about this, and so I basically just asked. So, some context is the main YouTuber I watch, Mr. Fruit, that Noah and Jith also watch. He released this YouTube video about how he was going into jaw surgery, and when he comes back from jaw surgery, he's probably not going to be as regular as he has been, in the sense like it could quote unquote be retirement.
Sad days. Hmm?
Yeah, maybe very nostalgic. So I was just curious. I've just been thinking about all the YouTube videos of his I watch, and I was curious what everyone else's like go-to YouTubers are in terms of like every now and then they watch there are like a few videos they always come back to.
I mean, I'd have to say that the dream team, like the Robs, like the whole Robbie Revenge arc and everything with that, is like a comfort for sure.
It is very nostalgic.
I think within YouTube, let me think. It's a very introspective question.
This isn't like technically YouTube, but I watch a lot of clips from like the Neurosama streams. So like long story short, like somebody made like a Twitch streamer out of like an LLM, gave her like a VTuber avatar and everything. And I don't know, like it's just like it's entertaining to me just because it's like the complete opposite of like ChatGPT. It's like you're training an LLM not to be like helpful or useful or, you know, like beneficial in any way. You're just training them to be entertaining to like Twitch chat. And that is like a very different like set of parameters.
For me, I think PJ watches this guy too. His name's Smallant. He's like a speedrunner. I think his Minecraft walkouts, they always, I don't know, there's something, the hype about them, the like ginormous brain on this man when he does some of his insane strats. Like, I feel like I like to watch his lockout videos a lot. And I think the like Markiplier friend group, like Mark, Bob, Wade, they're like older videos, like their 2015, 2016 videos. I think those are my comfort videos. If I had to pick a comfort set, it'd be that.
What about you, Jith, other than the Dream Team?
Honestly, when I first started playing League and I started playing Vladimir specifically, I'd watch this one guy Elite 500 a lot to try and get better at Vladimir. And also because his content was just like entertaining to me. And so then after watching him for a while, I don't know, like you see him do these most insane comebacks with just like this character. Yeah, I kind of remember some of these games when I watch the videos again. So when I go back, like I don't know, it's nice. It's also nice to see your character like do well.
not
feel
you
like Vladimir
necessarily, but like the character you play sometimes.
Is like exactly.
But yeah, basically it was There's an era ending. It made me start to feel very nostalgic. And I've been rewatching a bunch of the old Mr. Fruit. Because I don't think I have anyone else that I could call, like, my go-to other than Mr. Fruit, to be honest.
Do you think he'll actually retire?
No, I think he'll do what, like, PewDiePie is doing right now, where, you know, you're, like, quote-unquote retired, but you still make a few videos every now and then.
Yeah, like the occasional playthrough, the occasional, like, update video kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's got to be, like, when you have the, like, millions of subscribers and millions of views, it's got to be just, like, passive income every day kind of thing.
Yeah, if your content's evergreen. I mean, it depends. For him, I think for him, he's like, his content is not like the type where he has a lot of people watching the old stuff. Like, it's just like me. Well, no, I'm sure there's a lot of other
it's
people.
just you. Solely you.
There's a lot of other people
Renee is
who are...
all of his passive income. It's like a Bitcoin farm. He just has like a server rack full of like computers watching Mr. Fruit vids.
What the
I wonder
hell?
how much you could actually make if you just bought a whole bunch of servers and just had them watch your videos.
I'm sure it wouldn't be profitable, but it'd be like an extremely inefficient Patreon.
Yeah, and I'm sure, I don't know, maybe YouTube would catch on to something like that.
Probably. I mean, I don't know.
I read this one interesting Reddit thread about this guy who makes around $250, I think, a week or something, or maybe a month, in truly passive income, because he has a YouTube video that's like, this video will update, like the title of this video will update with the number of like likes or subscribers or whatever he has, like in real time.
Oh yeah, that guy.
And he basically
the
has
British
this
guy.
one thing. Yeah. There's that one, and then there's another guy who did it on like a smaller scale. He only got like 1 million or something, but he makes around like 250. Like, I don't know if it's a week or a month, but that's like truly passive, because once he set it all up, like it just goes. You know, he doesn't have to do anything.
I feel like there's a lot of ways to make money on the internet just by doing like kind of just stupid things. Like, I read about a guy who just makes extremely specific songs on like Spotify, like, you know, a song titled like, you know, the fucking like yellow mustard in a like space plane or some shit song, and like it's just entirely based on like trying to game like search algorithms and like Alexa, especially because like it's like if Alexa hears you say like this extremely specific phrase, it will just start playing that song automatically, and he just gets like passive income off of that. Like, nobody actually goes looking for his music, they just like accidentally start playing it and he just starts making money.
But is it good?
I have no idea. I didn't feel the need to look for it, but I don't know, maybe my Alexa will just start playing one of his songs like randomly.
That'd actually be crazy.
Speaking of random song YouTubers, have you heard of this guy named Glorb?
No.
I have not. I did
No?
not know at all.
Well, okay, let me explain it to you. You've definitely... I'm almost positive that you've at least seen the clips that he's made. You may not know his name, but you've definitely seen the clips. Basically, he makes rap music, but his entire thing is he set up this kind of storyline behind his music. Like, all of his songs tell a story. They're all like interconnected too, and it's all centered around SpongeBob, right? So he set up this kind of like gang war between like SpongeBob and like the Krusty Krab and like Mr. Krabs and stuff versus Plankton and like his crew and whatever. And the voices are entirely AI done, right? So he animates his own videos and stuff, but the voices are all AI done. But the lyrics are so good and the beats are so good that people are thinking that this is like some professional, like really famous rapper. Like, people are saying like it's Kid Leroy or something, or some random guy that, or not some random guy, some like incredibly famous like rapper who just is doing this as a side project because that's how good the music is. Like, no random person could come up with something that good. And it's also Moist Critical. You know Moist Critical. He's promoted this guy a lot and been like, this guy's music is actually really, really good. And it also begged the question of like, he's using AI to generate all these voices. Can you even credit it to him? Because it's not his voice. He's just using AI to make art, quote unquote. But yeah, so I guess
Is it in a likeness, or it's like...
Well, like it's straight up just like the
Original
SpongeBob
content.
character voices. Like it is an AI generation of those characters' voices using his lyrics, but it's not his voice at
I'm pretty
all.
sure I have never seen anything about this guy before.
I feel like I've definitely
Yeah, I
sent
don't
stuff to Pranay and Viswa about this. Like you've definitely seen his clips or heard his music or
Well, I
something.
mean, if you sent it, then I probably have.
I probably have. Yeah, I definitely have. But
Yeah, but and his videos get like millions and millions of views. So I guess the question is, can you even credit it to him if he's using AI to generate all the voices?
yeah, I think so.
If it's his intellectual property, like the AI, then
I mean,
think
he's
so.
basically just like a ghostwriter for AI, so it's like, I don't know.
I mean, sure, but like the guys who develop these voices, like the actual voice actors, aren't getting anything.
I mean, that's fair, but like also the voice actors aren't doing any work now. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I mean, so then I guess the argument that people use against him is like, okay, sure, he's creating something new using someone else's voices or something. Why can't you do that with someone's like likeness? Why can't you do that using video footage? Why does it only have to be audio footage? And in that case, why do you even need voice actors, right? If you can just create your own.
I mean, yeah, we won't at some point. Like, we're getting to that point.
Yeah, once the technology gets good enough.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you guys. I think it's fair game for him to use.
I think we'll just see how it all develops. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but you should definitely listen to his kind of music, because it tells a story, and they're just good songs. Like they will hype you up, kind of songs. Like they're like upbeat, fast paced songs.
Really?
Yeah, and
Interesting.
I would recommend like watching the lyric videos just so you'll be able to see the connections that he makes in his lyrics. When you just hear the audio, it's a little hard, but when you read it, like the lyrics are fire. Like there's some like really cool connections that he makes using different sounds and different syllables and like putting two words together, kind of thing. So yeah, I'd recommend listening to it.
I feel like this is definitely one of the weird things Cobb's brought up. Like, I wasn't expecting him to go like, hey, you need to listen to this guy who writes like rap lyrics for AI SpongeBob voices for the story. Like, you have to do it for the story.
I mean, it tells a good story. It tells better stories than most TV shows. Not gonna lie.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I would recommend listening. At least give it a try, and then let me know what you think.
I probably will.
We'll keep you posted, Cobb.
Very nice.
Okay.
Well, Rip.
Well, you have Noah's word for it.
Look, I'm just trying to be honest, okay? I feel like most of the time when people say like, "Oh yeah, I'll give it a listen," they never do.
You know what? I will send you a link, Noah. That way you have no excuse.
No, my excuse will be I didn't click
But
on
I will
it.
send you the link, and I will make you click it. I will
How?
come up behind you, and I will make you click it. How about that?
All right, hold there, Cobb. I feel like
In
you're
fact,
going a
he's
little
there
bit far.
right now.
Oh my god.
Cobb.
Looking,
Cobb can actually do that, by the way. You're both in Dallas. It's not like...
I'm actually back in San Antonio now, but I
Or
wouldn't put
are
it
you?
past him.
Okay, Noah.
Cobb
Are
is
you
very
just
sneaky.
Cobb's mind?
Noah's just trying to cover for himself now.
Cobb's
Yeah.
Noah's
house.
panicking.
Where am I? I could be in Atlanta too. Like, you don't know.
Hey, yo. And you didn't hit me up?
Yes,
Brett,
that's how things work.
you suck for that. What? Dude, sometimes I want to beat the shit out of Noah. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, I'm not happy with the way this conversation is going. Can we just like move on?
All right, Noah. I got a new, different topic for you then. Also
Okay.
music related. You guys know Coldplay, very big band. They toured.
Haven't heard of
Oh,
him.
you haven't? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, they did a big tour back in like 2017, 2018, around that time. And then they were like, you know what? We vow we're never going on tour again unless it's like sustainable, right? And this kind of goes back to what we were talking about last episode with the whole Taylor Swift thing of how she's not sustainable, right?
Oh, like environmentally sustainable?
Environmentally sustainable. They're
Okay.
like, we're putting out too much pollution by going on tour. So we're only going to tour again if it's sustainable. We'll still release music like on Spotify and like YouTube and stuff, but we're not going to go live. So then they hired this MIT professor. They went on another tour recently, like the past couple of years. and they hired an MIT professor to follow them on this tour and track their carbon emissions. And the guy published his report, and they produced 47% less carbon emissions than their previous tours. So kind of insane that they were able to cut their emissions down in half. And what they did was, for every ticket that they sold, they planted a tree. For every the entire lights set up, the entire thing was powered by an electric battery system that used fully renewable energy. And the way they charged this was, you know how in concerts there's this big standing section right by the stage. They use the kinetic energy? Use the kinetic generator on the floor of that. The dance floor was a kinetic generator, and that powered the entire concert.
Oh my God, Viswa, do you remember when we tried to make one of those?
Oh, that was definitely a time, though.
Oh my God, that was what, seventh grade science project?
Did it work?
Yeah, that was not.
No, it was so stupid. We got some PVC pipe and springs, and we tried to put a fucking brick tile on top and then step on it. And the idea was when it stepped down, it would move some wire or some shit to generate electricity, and then it didn't work. It didn't do shit.
Well, these guys, they took your idea. They're like, you know what? I see these PVC pipes, and they made their own.
Yeah, they should be paying us royalties or something.
They should. But yeah, it is pretty interesting that they were able to cut their entire emissions down by nearly 50%, and everything powered by the people who go to the concert. So, and basically the whole point of publishing this paper and stuff was they want this to be the standard for the industry.
Well, they published a paper for it too.
I mean, the professor did. The MIT guy published a paper for it. And he's the Coldplay is they want this to be the standard of how music is in the future.
Or climate change in general, how are you guys feeling? How fucked are we?
Oh, yeah, I think it's inevitable. It's just how long does it take?
We're in it, I'm not asking if you think we can avoid it, because hell no we can't, but how fucked are we?
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of loss cost. To be honest, I think as with a lot of things, the rich people will not, the upper classes will not experience that. It's mostly the lower classes which will experience the brunt.
Well, I don't even think yes, but I don't even think it'll affect the US or Western states mostly. I think it'll affect that tropical region the most.
Well, I mean, there's gonna be well, yeah, for sure the worst, but I think people are gonna have to move for sure.
Yeah.
How are you gonna live in New Orleans anymore?
Yeah, that's fair.
I think Florida's cooked pretty much.
But I don't know what the time frame on that is.
I feel it's honestly not as far away as some people might think. I mean, Maine's 100 degrees right now. I don't know, things are getting kind of fucked.
I don't know how long it'll take. I don't foresee it happening in our lifetime. I don't know. I think
I'm sure we'll feel some effects.
But we won't have to move, nothing that drastic.
Yeah.
I don't think the entire state's going to be flooded in the next 10 years.
I don't think we're in the class, regardless, to be the people who are forced to move.
That's true also.
It's going to be a lot of the more impoverished countries that are going to struggle.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
It's
there.
the same issue.
No, I don't think we're going to die or anything, but I feel life is just going to get noticeably shittier.
Oh, costs are going to increase for sure.
Yeah, costs, and also you're going to step outside and it's just going to be miserable. And I feel that's just going to be anywhere you live.
That's definitely very true.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a little too soon to tell.
I heard UK is they get a boost. It's a net good for them.
What do you mean?
Because they're all they're cold and unfarmable places all of a sudden turn into really nice areas.
But isn't the Gulf Stream dying? I feel that's just gonna fuck them up.
I think it's just cope, honestly.
Could be.
Yeah, but definitely not an extinction level event in the near future.
I mean, to be fair, extinction level is a pretty high bar.
It is. Yeah, but that's why the fear is long term.
I mean, I mean, it could be extinction level if we like just massively fuck up somehow.
I think so. My thinking is like we're having two problems, right? We're having the climate change problem, but we're also having the overpopulation problem. So if these like happen at the exact same time and compound on each other, then we're so humongously cooked.
So how do you solve this overpopulation problem, Jit?
I have some radical ideas, Cobb. I don't know. People are gonna like
You're
them.
speaking to a top 100
like the sound of that.
racist in the world. Like,
Shit.
he hasn't thought this
I don't
through.
think I
Like,
can joke anymore.
I really do not like the sound of this.
Cobb, I don't know. You might never release this episode if we're being real. Like, you might have to put this one in the vault. Like, somebody, like, this was gonna be like fucking like running for president in like 20 or 30 years, and somebody's gonna like come across this like Google Drive with like our old podcast episodes. And then it's just gonna be Visco being like, yeah, I'm a top 100 racist in the world.
What? Me? Never.
That's what's gonna happen on the debate stage.
What? I'm shocked, honestly, that you guys are saying stuff like this.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it would help you. I feel like people will be looking for a gamer president.
Have you guys been watching The Boys? The new season?
I have been, yes. I have watched this.
It's kind of crazy to me how everything, no matter like how bad or like how good the event, like or like the political like gossip reveal story, is just able. I mean, obviously it is a satire, but like they just are able to pass it off as in their favor.
Explain. Give me an example.
Have you watched any parts of the show?
I mean, I watched the first season. That's about it.
Basically, there's this one character called Firecracker. Something gets revealed about her. Something pedophilic in nature, and she like passes it off as like, this is me before, and this event helped me see like the light of Jesus or something, and like now I am saved.
I mean, that's happened in the real world, definitely.
It's just crazy, man.
I mean,
it really is just crazy.
Like, we've got like pictures of like a bunch of like famous people with like Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, bro. Drake, Seinfeld, even. Like, it's not a great look, but
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not too surprised.
It's kind of hard to be surprised nowadays. Things have just gone so poorly.
I feel like shit's been just going downhill. Like Harambe dies, Trump gets elected.
And then, everything goes to shit after Harambe died.
Like, I saw that meme at first, and I was just like, this is just a meme. But the more you think about it, the more you realize it's not a meme.
Yeah,
it's the truth, bro.
It's the truth.
After that meme, Pranay made like gorillas his whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
There was that one meme what was that meme? The gorilla meme that PJ would always nonstop say. The life good meme.
I mean, only
wife, your wife.
Yeah, only Noah can say it.
I've forgotten, man. Like, it's been too long.
It's like life good.
Oh yeah, like ride wife, life good.
No, you're teasing me here.
Say the rest of you're teasing me here.
Dude, I don't remember the rest.
No, come on, Noah. Pull it together, Noah.
Okay. Fuck. Well, how did it go?
Bro cleared his throat. I was like so ready.
Pranay, give me the words. Give me the lyrics.
Ride wife, life good. Wife fight back.
Something kill life, right?
Kill wife. It's just kill wife after that.
Sad, depressed, or something.
Yeah. Sad. Depressed. And that's it.
Ride wife, life good. Wife fight back. Kill wife. Wife gone. Sad. Regret.
Oh my god,
regret.
you remembered it.
That's the one.
That was so good.
That was good.
Thank you, Noah. That healed my soul.
Thank you. It's some like long lost circuit in my brain.
Do you guys think I've turned more brown in the past 2 years?
Yeah, for sure.
Unquestionably.
That was a unanimous yes.
I mean, what were you expecting me to No, actually, I think you become like more of like a 40-year-old white man from Utah. Just, I can see that Mormon in you now.
You know what? Whatever works. I could never be a Mormon.
Yeah, it's kind of rough.
But what happens if you take out the second M in Mormon?
What, Morbin? Oh, wait, moron. Dude, the internet has just like rotted my brain.
Noah started talking about himself, bro. What the hell, Morbid? Where did the B come from? What?
I mean, it's Morbius, like the greatest film of all time.
A mental movement. Okay, anyways, guys, I started watching this TV show, this anime. It's called Jujutsu Kaisen. It's fucking
Oh, did
gas.
you actually?
guys should all go watch
Have you
it.
actually started?
Yeah, I finished the whole thing.
Oh, you finished the last season.
I finished everything.
That's
yeah.
sick. I'm glad to hear it. I feel like I'm the
It's so
only one
good.
in this group who like regularly watches anime.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch Demon Slayer next, and then Hunter x Hunter.
Damn, this was like really going into his like shonen
Yeah,
anime
bro.
arc.
After this one was like, I don't know. This one,
Nah,
JJK
yeah,
is so
JJK
sick, bro.
is pretty good.
It's so sick, bro.
It's really good.
Like whenever they go, I watch it dubbed, so no hate for me. Okay, that's the only way I could tolerate it.
You watched it dubbed?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
watch the sub, but the
But
JJK dub is
no.
really good.
The sub,
The
the voice
No,
lines.
no.
There's just one voice actor, or like two voice actors that are so good for the
Ooh,
sub.
Mojitos.
No,
Mojitos.
no, for Sukuna and wait, his name starts with an N. It's been a while.
Nanami.
Sunglass, yeah, Nanami.
Nanami.
Those two voice lines are like.
But Sukuna, like, they're not in the show enough. If it was like UD's, I'd be like, okay, fine. But they're not like, they don't speak enough for it to be worth it.
Okay,
And
Sukuna
honestly, like,
does.
I just didn't have the mental tolerance. Like, I don't watch anime, you know what I mean? So this is my first really anime that I've watched seriously. So it was either watch it dubbed or like don't watch it at all. 'Cause I tried to watch it without it, but it just requires too much focus. Like, it's just too much to process. Like, I can't tell what's happening on the screen and be reading the subtitles. And it's just, like, I don't know. It's just not. It just wasn't the
PJ,
vibe.
what is your favorite anime? You've talked to me about many of these animes, but what is your favorite one if you had to pick?
JJK is pretty up there right now. I'm not gonna lie. If I had to pick something else,
Is it not One Punch Man?
that used to be back in the day. I mean, it's still One Punch Man season 1 is still like high up there on my list. But
You also really like Death Note, if I remember correctly.
yeah, no, those are the first two that I've ever watched. But I've watched a lot since. Like, I also really like Hunter x Hunter. I think at one point I was claiming that was my favorite. Oh yeah, Hunter x Hunter is so nostalgic. Like, once you get to the later seasons and you hear like the main theme, you're gonna cry, man. It's like this. The music is amazing. And honestly, that's like 90, not 90%, but it's like 80% contributing as to why that's like one of my most favorite, if not favorite. To say off the top of my head is pretty hard because like I've watched many good.
All right, well, name a couple for me.
Spy Family is very good. That's like it's like a comedy slice of life type anime. Chainsaw Man, I didn't think like it was like, oh, this is like amazing. It was good, but like it doesn't rank among my top. There's one called Hell's Paradise, which I think Jith would like. The first like big 3 anime I watched was Naruto. So there's that. I'm for sure missing some other ones that are definitely worth mentioning. I mean, Death Note's obviously pretty up there on my list too.
JJK is
JJK is really good. Oh,
I don't know. There's some parts of it-
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, also a very nice
I
one.
heard that was amazing.
Yeah. There's also one Jit that you would like so much. The first season only. The first season is like the one that I think you would like. It's like a mind. I'll figure that out and tell you. It's like Demon something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Isn't it Demon Slayer? No.
No, it's not.
Okay. Anyways, I want to watch Blue Lock too.
Oh yeah, Blue
The
Lock.
soccer one?
I remember that's. I mean, that Blue Lock is just when I first heard of Blue Lock and that it was coming out, I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of those like random ass freaking sports anime. It's all like really stupid and whatnot. But no, Blue Lock is just hype as fuck. I don't know. I don't know how it just happened to get that hype, but it's just like hypeness on steroids.
Is this the basketball one?
No, this is soccer.
Soccer one? Okay.
I saw an edit of like a real soccer play, but they like edited it as if it was in like the Blue Lock universe, and oh my god, bro, like it was actually glorious. I'll send it to you after, but
yeah, I've seen it. The edit. Yeah, the edit is sick.
The edit, yeah.
Yeah, no.
But I'll have to watch that next.
To be honest, I need to go back to that one. Like that, like maybe you should watch that too. It's basically soccer anime. The premise is like they're trying to make a really good Japanese striker, and like there are a bunch of characters and they all have like their own specialty of like
their techniques.
The techniques, yeah. It's
that in JJK, that's all they talk about. They're like, what is his technique? And they like analyze it in battle. Their curse techniques. Yeah. Bro, but the one thing that got me so hyped, like I was like, this is a pretty good show when I was watching it, right? Like I was into it. And then at some point, I forget who's the first character that does it. But whichever character first like, does domain expansion, bro, I actually lost my mind. At domain expansion, I was like, this is the coolest show ever.
I read the manga for JJK. You do not. It gets so crazy, man. I don't want to spoil anything for you. You should not read the manga at all. Just wait for the anime.
You think I should wait? I was gonna start reading the manga because I just need to know what's happening. I'm getting spoilers from like TikTok because I'm on JJK TikTok, and it's like.
I had to. I can finally send you stuff. I've been waiting. Like I made Anushka watch JJK just so I could send her like JJK edits that I've seen. Now I have someone else to send it to too.
You can send me. You can send them to me. But bro, I'm just saying like, dude, whenever they go into domain expansion, like I've learned Sukuna's like how like his finger position for domain expansion for his malevolent shrine. I was like, oh my god. And I when they first did that, I went back and I listened to it. I listened to it in like the original, like not dubbed.
Yeah.
And it's also sick. When it's not dubbed, it's like, yo,
it sounds so much better when it's not dubbed. At least
no, both of them sound good. Both of them sound good, but the domain expansion, bro, I be in the gym, hit some weights right before my set. Yo, each thing guy. Malevolent ride. And then I just fucking destroy them. Sorry. We're just fucking nerding out right now.
Yeah, man. It's so good.
I feel like the main reason why I don't watch as much anime now is like I just don't have an app to like watch anime on.
Like, I can give you a website.
Well, JJK's on Netflix.
I can give you a website.
Also, I have a website as well.
But
if you have an ad blocker, this website is pristine.
Yeah, I think we're talking about the same one. We'll talk about it afterwards because we don't want to get
like, but like it's just
you didn't give it to me, but someone else did. But yeah,
it just hasn't been in my like my routine. You know, like I feel like it's one of those things where like I'm not even like thinking about it most of the time. It's like when it gets brought up, I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably go like watch some anime. Like I feel like there's like some really good shows I'm missing out on, and then I never do because like I just forget about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like for me, like for me, binging is a problem. So like now, but back in the day when I was like first starting to getting into all the different anime, then it was a big issue. But from now, like I'm caught up with most everything I want to watch, and the ones that I start new are like usually ones that just come out. So I just have like a weekly on the weekends. There's like each anime has their own season. Like one comes out on Saturday, one comes out Wednesday, one comes out Sunday. I just watch the episode whenever it comes out. It's like a lot healthier for me now, at least.
Yeah, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I watched all of JJK in 2 days, like maybe 3 days.
When I first started it,
dude, it's so good. Like I watched season 1 and then season 2, like Shibuya, dude. Oh my god, what was that? What the hell was that?
You know what? Maybe you should read the manga. It gets just because you're gonna see spoilers anyways. It gets so much crazier, like in a good way.
Yoich Tenkai. Okay, let's stop with the the anime Cobb. Let's move back to real life. What are some things we can talk about in real life?
Well, there is a new escape room that I think we should do. So, recently, if you have not heard, Minecraft has started coming into the real world. Yeah, actually, I heard they're making like a Minecraft movie or TV show or something. That sounds like it's going to be awful, but the actual like Mojang company has created like a Minecraft IRL like escape room style thing, where essentially the goal is like there's like a bunch of villagers that have been captured by like these pillagers, and you have to go like kill the pillagers and like save them, kind of thing. And it's an escape room style thing, and it's actually launching here in Dallas. And the like kind of like gimmick of this escape room is they actually give you like some of the tools that you use in regular Minecraft, and like you have to like mine things, and you get a crafting table where you have to like make things. So I don't know. I think it would be pretty cool if we all did this later this year. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Definitely down.
Sure. I don't know. I honestly I feel like I've done so many escape rooms in my life. Like
no one's just escaped from. Next thing he needs to escape from is the Matrix.
Dude, I need to escape this planet. Like, I need to escape this reality. Like, I'm done with rooms.
Yeah, I feel like that would be such a sick idea. It's probably been done, but like if they like put you in a whole house and you had to like go through a series of rooms, like not just one room, but like
then it's this escape house,
yeah,
escape
some escape
hotel,
rooms have
escape
multiple
city,
rooms, but yeah.
escape state.
Like I feel like a whole like house, like a whole structure would be such a sick idea.
I think that'd be cool. Like, and instead of just an hour, like you honestly it's a whole day thing. Like
they feed you food
and
too,
and it's not like yeah, they give you food and everything. Like it's a whole like day experience.
Yeah, I feel like that would be such a sick idea.
I feel like it would be pretty expensive, but I don't know. It's like if you did it well, I feel like it would be pretty worth it.
Yeah, like Meow Wolf style kind of thing, but like an escape room where you have to like actually solve stuff on unlocked doors and things. Like
yeah,
like Meow Wolf in general was just like kind of the style I was looking at, which like the secret rooms and like the secret entrances and stuff, and like going through the washing machine and everything.
Yeah. No, Meow Wolf is sick. Like that's honestly like I really like just like how much detail they put into things, and I feel like if you did that like with like an escape room type thing, like that's like one of the things that like I don't know, I kind of felt like a little unsatisfied by like the escape rooms we went to, because like they're just like these like sort of I don't know, like commercial like retail experiences. Like they're not meant to be super special, but like I feel like just if you could have one that was like actually like high effort, I feel like it'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, and I'm sure those exist. I just don't know where. Like they've got to be somebody who's put a lot of effort into these escape room places.
Yeah, but they're not going to be common is the thing.
We should find one.
So you'll just have to like hunt them down.
We should go on the hunt.
We shall do this. Nobody worry, we're on the job. Okay. Well, we'll let you know, our dear friendly listeners. We'll let you know what happens with this escape room. We'll try to go, but it's not for a while, right, Cobb? It's in
like September, the end of September.
It's in September, so it's gonna be a while, but who knows? Maybe that's the next time we'll record an episode. You never know.
2 episodes from now.
You never know, exactly. Well, regardless, I want to thank you guys so much for listening. We love having you here every day. And it's not every day. There's no way you listen to this every day. But whenever you do come by, we love having you, and we want you to hit that like button, because honestly, why wouldn't you like this content? We like making it. You guys hopefully like listening to it. So just share the love. Make sure to drop a comment. Drop a comment down below. And then hit that follow button. Stalk us, peer into our everyday lives. You can stalk even our personal accounts and follow us there. That'd be cool. What monster? That's an old joke. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.